welcome to the 75th installment of Tell Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro, about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
Breaking news. Brooklyn Nets head coach Jason Kidd has taken a new job. He's now the head coach for the Milwaukee Bucks. Why did this happen? How did this happen? Out of nowhere. This tough topic in the juice.
Tell him, Alejandro!
There's a lot of controversy going on right now with Jason Kidd and the Brooklyn Nets organization. Let's get right to it. Jason Kidd went to the higher-ups for the Brooklyn Nets and asked for a promotion. The Nets denied him the promotion, and after that, it kind of looked crazy because he wanted more power than the general manager, Billy King, and that's the person that got Kidd the job. So once that relationship was ruined, there was no going back. At that point, Jason Kidd had to take a new job. And the Nets recently traded Jason Kidd to the Milwaukee Bucks for a 2015 second-round pick and a 2019 second-round pick. Kind of crazy. I know. It came out of nowhere. Nobody saw this coming. I think all this stems from two head coaches this summer that got jobs and are getting paid more than Jason Kidd. Last year, Kidd took the job as the Nets head coach, and he got a 4-year deal for $10.5 million. Then the other two head coaches this year, Derek Fisher and Steve Kerr, both got 5-year, $25 million deals. So I think Kidd was like, whoa, how are these guys making 15 more M's than me? So he went to the higher-ups and asked for a promotion. I think asking for the promotion was the wrong move. I don't think Kidd should have gotten a promotion. What I think he should have done was go to them and be like, yo, I want a raise. And I think that would have definitely been a valid request because this year, his first year as a head coach, I think he did a pretty good job. I even went to one of the Nets games. If you didn't see that episode, make sure you click right there. And I had a lot of fun. I liked the direction that the Nets were headed in. The players respected Jason Kidd, and also his philosophy, his coaching strategies seemed to work out with this roster. So for this to go down, it was kind of crazy. Also, Kidd is a former player for the Brooklyn Nets. They were New Jersey Nets back in the day, and he held it down when he was a player, so it kind of sucks to see him go, especially with, all this drama. I do want to say, I don't think, like I said before, I don't think Kidd should have got a promotion. I think Billy King, the general manager for the Nets, has done a pretty good job. When I look at his track record, he was a former general manager for the Philadelphia 76ers, back when Iverson was there. Some of the cats he drafted was Samuel Dalembert, Lou Williams, Andrei Iguodala, and Thaddeus Young, just to name a few. Then for the Nets last year, he drafted Mason Plumlee. Also, Billy King is very aggressive. He makes trades, and I kind of like that. When he feels like, yo, we can improve, he goes out and tries to do it. And sometimes he gives up a little bit too much, but it is what it is. For example, he went and got us Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. He did give up 3 first-round draft picks, so our future probably isn't bright, but he felt like, yo, we have a chance to improve. I'm going for it. Also, he gave up a first-round pick for Gerald Wallace. That wasn't a good look. That first-round pick to the Portland Trailblazers ended up being Damian Lillard. But he felt like, yo, we need Gerald Wallace. There's a way for us to improve. It is what it is. Also, like I said before, King is aggressive. Look at some other moves that he did that are good moves. He went and got Shaun Livingston and Allen Anderson, and he got them for the veteran minimum. That's a good look. He helped, along with what I believe, the owner, to go get Andrei Kirilenko. I believe the owner helped because the owner's Russian and Kirilenko's Russian, so I think there was a connection right there. Also, Billy King went and traded Jason Terry and Reggie Evans for Marcus Thornton, and that helped us big time this year, in my opinion. Thornton averaged 12.3 points for the Nets, and Terry and Evans combined were averaging barely 7 points, so I feel like, he knows how to trade. He's an aggressive trader. Also, this year in the draft, we had no draft picks, and Billy King went and traded $1 million to the Minnesota Timberwolves to get us a draft pick, and he drafted a stud, in my opinion, Markel Brown. I don't want to further elaborate on Brown yet because I will be doing an NBA draft recap episode. So, wait and see. Markel Brown, he's a stud. He compared himself to Russell Westbrook. That's all I'm going to say. He's a stud. So, with that being said, I feel like Jason Kidd went a little bit over his head. I will say this, though. I sat back and watched a lot of people tweet about Jason Kidd and listened to ESPN radio to hear what people were saying about Jason Kidd. Mad people were throwing slander on Jason Kidd's name, and I feel like ESPN is extremely biased. I can't even watch ESPN no more. You put SportsCenter on, 45 minutes of LeBron James, 10 minutes of Johnny Manziel, 5-minute SportsCenter top 10. It's nasty. It's like, I'm a fan. I could be biased. I can tell you how much I love Russell Westbrook, JaVale McGee, such and such. They're the news people. They stay slurping up certain people that they want to push in our face, and it's kind of crazy. And then how they slander Jason Kidd, I ain't like it. A lot of people said he's power hungry, he's power tripping. They don't like how he treated Lawrence Frank this year. Lawrence Frank was an assistant coach of his. Things didn't work out, so Jason Kidd kicked him to the curb. And a lot of cats was like, oh, they were bringing up Jason Kidd's DUI back in 2012. It's like, yo, it's like you're waiting for somebody to go down, and you're just kicking mad dirt on him. Stop. Why you doing all that? Before all this happened, y'all was slurping up Kidd, and y'all love Kidd. Now, all of a sudden, you know, he has a little situation going on with the organization. Now, all of a sudden, y'all hate Kidd. I thought that was kind of crazy. I really did. Then I had some people on Twitter saying, oh, well, they should have gave him the position. I disagree. I don't think Kidd is ready for a position like that yet. Simply because that's a position that Doc Rivers has, that Greg Popovich has. You understand? I don't feel like Kidd is on their level yet. He only coached for 1 season. I don't know, give him like another 6 to 8 years maybe. Let him prove himself. Then maybe you can give him that type of power. That's just how I feel about it. The Nets are now trying to find a new coach. They're talking about Lionel Hollins. I like Hollins. He used to coach the Memphis Grizzlies. I like him. But I think Mark Jackson is a better suit. The Nets are also interested in Mark Jackson. Like I said before, when I was talking about who the Knicks should go get, same exact reasons. I feel like Mark Jackson is a goon. I feel like New York needs a goon. It's that simple. Not that Hollins is not a goon, but I just feel like Jackson, he's a perfect fit, man. And the players would respect him. I like Mark Jackson.
Shut up!
Oh, there's also some people saying Kidd wanted out of Brooklyn, that he wanted to go coach in Milwaukee. Let me tell you something. If you think somebody wants to leave New York for Milwaukee, you need to be drug tested. Straight up. That's it. You need to be tested. Nobody wants to leave New York for Milwaukee. Okay? Stop. The Bucks are on the rise. They did just draft Jabari Parker. That's a good look. I like Larry Sanders. He's getting healthy. I like OJ Mayo. But nobody's trying to leave the Nets for the Bucks. If you think that, estás loco. There you have it, folks. The tough topic in the Tell 'em Zone. Jason Kidd is now the new head coach for the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Brooklyn Nets are now searching for a new head coach. Do you think Jason Kidd should have asked for a promotion? Do you think the Nets should have gave Kidd the promotion? Or no? Do you think everything was played out properly by both sides? You know what you gotta do. Tell them in the comments. Tonight's Milky Cream Bow Tie is brought to you by Countess Mara. Check it out. I'm looking like a nice little Hershey's cookies and cream. Holla at your boy. Tune in for more sports, cars, video game, fitness, and all that. Follow at Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events. Or if you want to hear me cover a certain team or topic, tell them outro music. Oh, y'all Jason Kidd haters, stop it. I thought he was a pretty good coach for the Nets. I'm going to miss him. And he also brought one of the better moments this season for the Nets. He got fined for it, too. I like to call it strategy. He had no timeouts late in the fourth quarter going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And he needed to talk to his players and draw up a play. So what he did was, he took a cup with some drink in there. And he took the drink. And he said, whoa, whoa, bump me. Bam, he got bumped by one of his players. He spilled some of the drink. And that was it. He was able to talk to his players and strategize something. I think he's a brilliant man. Shout out to Jason Kidd. It's a shame that he's gone, but business is business. Let's get it. T-E-A. 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 Woo! T-E-A. A. 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 A.